On today's episode of Identity, the dynamic Nonhlanhla Mnisi pops by for coffee. We take a short left to Kliptown, Soweto to learn more about the Kliptown Youth Programme. We review an auditing app and a finance handbook by Precious Mvulane. And Moneoa plays us out with a track called Yekelela.
I am an individual with an imagination. My inner faith illuminates innovations. In a space with infinite inspiration, I was born free from all incarceration. Incredible, living infallibly, intelligent, outshine with my inner being. This is me, impeccable as ever been. I am you, you are me. This is my identity.
It's another beautiful Sunday morning and time to kick back and enjoy 30 minutes of the best in spiritual entertainment. I'm Viwe Gxwala and you are watching Identity. In a day's time, we'll be welcoming the much-awaited month of December and moving full swing into summer, coupled with a beautiful festive spirit. Njengoba nasicela, sibuyela emva kwincoko ibiphathwe ngumncedisi wam, uMpumi Mbethe, owayibe nondwendwe ovuselela imimoya yababukeli abaninzi. Kwaye ke, ibinguye umbhali nesithethi uNonhlanhla Mnisi. Onwabani.
Siphila esikhatsini lapho kusebenza madima akusasiyo into levamile. Lo muhla ndobe ngihleti natsatse lo sebenta ngekutimisela. She is a motivational speaker, a television producer and a writer with 4 books under her belt, 3 of which she wrote in 1 year. She holds a BCom in banking and honors in business management. Her CV reads like that of someone who has been around for more than a few decades. But she's only 24 years old. She is clearly a woman on a mission, and I want to find out what this mission entails.
Hi.
Welcome to Identity.
Thank you so very much. It's lovely to be here. Thank you for having me.
Your CV is longer than a lot of people, much older than you. But I want you to take me back to Nonhlanhla's childhood.
I think then it's a contradictory to what I am now. Anyway, Kulele Soweto, Memdeni, and the childhood journey was a moving train because I then had to move from Soweto when I lost my mom in 2001, and then I went to stay in Natali, Ganongoma. From there I went to Lundi. From there came back to Sekunda Gakoko Mpumalanga and stayed a year. Then later on went to go study in Appening. So it has just been an all around sort of a journey.
Take me through that period, that painful period. A lot of children struggle. How did you push and persevere through my challenges?
Yeah, it's quite a miracle when I think about it now. Really, how did I make it, you know? But I always say that for me, I think it's just grace. It's just a dispensation of grace. I always have this thing that when grace finds you, it opens doors and it leads you and it teaches you and it really guides you. You know, the Bible teaches us the Holy Spirit is our comforter. So I think that's where you get to learn that a lot. And I often refer to the scripture that is in the book of Genesis 32, you know, where Abraham wabambana noNkulunkulu, and the Bible tells us and then he limped for his life. I always refer to it as that I got to a point where I sat down and I said to myself, so this is a limp that I must just live with it, make do with it. I mean, you learn to jump, you learn to walk. Some days you sit, you think about it, it's like the pain is new, but somehow you just find a way, you know, you just find a way to move on and to live.
Because it's that, I hear you referring to scriptures that get you through, but what are other strengths that you draw from?
I mean, I used to have a high school teacher of mine, that I'll just go and you know, and she even said to me later on, because she was teaching me, and that went a long way as I grew up, because I thought to myself, wow. Okay,
so
I have a mother.
She may not be my biological
mother.
She
may not be. And you know, she'll write letters to me, and at the end, the signature, it's your mom. Your mom. So that thing, and it continued because she'd do that up until SABC. You know, like it has just been amazing. So I think it helps when you have that sort of someone who will take over in a way, but they might not fill the space fully. And I mean, the mistake that we often make is to expect someone to fill that space. So the thing is, learn to live with the pain, learn to, you know, accept, you know what, it's a wound that will always be there. Definitely, definitely.
24 years later, 4 books at 24.
Yeah.
I'm still planning my first book at 26. And 3 of which you wrote in 1 year.
Yeah.
How did this process of writing books come about?
I mean, I honestly started in SABC because I was in peer counseling, peer education, house com, and so I was forever in meetings. Diary in the hand, meetings. Peer counseling. So good peer education, we used to do a HIV and AIDS campaign. Now, because I'd lost my mom through the same disease, so what I did was I would go out there, you know, motivate people, let's go to these things and all that. So on the actual day of the event, say for instance, we're having a scrutinized campaign or a memorial, and then I will just write a poem and share it. So the feedback sort of made me to start inking down. And by the time I started working in 2010, which I had 5 poems that I'd written then, somebody came to me and said, geez, why don't you write a book? And I said to myself, it was a 19-year-old lady that time from Mozambique who just read one of my pieces because I want too much. So why the bank, hey, my system down, and I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to assist this lady? Then I'm saying, I'm printing, and it's, man, do you mind reading this meantime? Because so while she was reading, then she said to me, no, but why don't you write a book? And same day she linked me up with publishers in the UK, and the guys were like, please write more stuffs, and I think I wrote 5 poems. Then within 2 weeks the book was done, really.
I want to talk about your latest book, Overdue Resignation. The title on its own is very catchy. What are some of the subjects that you tackle in the book?
I speak about things that you and I should resign from, and I'm not saying that those things
are jobs necessarily.
Yeah, no, definitely growthless careers. It's actually I personally had to go through that. So it's a bit of personal experiences as well as my observations. So growthless careers is there. Speak about futureless relationships, toxic friendships. You know, those that you just need to lose. I mean, I'm just reminded of Paula White. She speaks about doing your mathematics with friends, that some are there to add, subtract, divide, and you know, so once you've done that mathematics with people, it's easy for you to know what's all right, which is where in a way. And selfish desires, you know, speak about all those things that we carry with us that we've actually made habits that we know but it's something that I should have long parted ways with, in a way.
You also very drawn to children, and you sit on a board of Amazing Grace. Tell me about your role there.
So what we do there is just helping the homes with our day-to-day activities. You know, to be quite honest with you, those kids, one of the things that they need apart from money is love, relationships. They want to be hugged, guys. Like, have you ever sat and thought about Uguti, how it would make you feel if ulapayana and no one comes to see you, in a way? And they don't really demand much. It's really relationships. So many times, that's why I say to people that if your heart is not in it, don't do it. It is not the kind of job that you do with your strength, because your strength will tell you, hey, it's 4 o'clock, it's not paying. You know, you look at all those things, but your heart will definitely go an extra mile. So I think for me, that was really that.
I want you to give one message that I want to take home, but particularly because who are looking at this 24-year-old young, beautiful woman and thinking, if she can do it, maybe I can try. What would you say to that person? I
mean, I'd say that for some time, I got to a point where I realized an excuse that I can use as I had a lot of reasons that I could have simply said, you know, so somebody else will come, yes, sorry me, and people get tired of a pity card, oh, I lost my mom, like people back at like, you know, really, it runs out of flavor. So you get to a point where you say, you know, I need to be the best that I can be. I need to do what I need to do to get to where I need to get to. A vision. I say a vision. Find your vision in life. I actually derived my own formula, you know, growing up mathematics. So I derived my own formula. I call it a vision is equals to passion plus purpose. So now once there's passion in it, like I said earlier, once there's passion in it, you'll just fly. I got to a point where somebody had to ask me, had to ask me, what would you do even if you were not getting paid for it? And I said, writing and speaking. And then she said, there you have it. And at that time I had 1 book.
And I'd love to have you back right here in the studio because I just felt so inspired by our chat.
Thank you so much.
But before I let you go, I want to play a quick word game with you. Choose my cat.
Surprises.
You have to pick one or the other.
Okay.
Emzini wezinsizwa or Haridumeli?
Emzini wezinsizwa.
Weave or an afro?
Jeez, afro.
Iskopo or masonja?
Yo, none of the above.
Heels or flats?
Heels.
Kittens or puppies?
Puppies.
Gold tooth or tattoo?
Gold tooth.
Velapi or madluputu?
Yebana Velapi.
Legend. He's a legend.
Okay, I don't know who comes up with those questions. Yo!
That makes two of us. Me, I just play.
Tough multiple choice.
No, Nonhlanhla, thank you so much for coming to spend time with me, Lago Identity, and sharing some of your knowledge with us and your wisdom.
Good. Thank you so much.
We thank Mpumi Mbete for taking us back to such an inspiring talk with our guest Nonhlanhla Mnisi. Certainly worthwhile checking out some of her inspiring books. And also thank you at home for reminding us of that wonderful interview. After the break, we head off to Kliptown in Soweto to learn more about the Kliptown Youth Programme. And be sure not to miss out on our media review segment where we introduce you to an app and a book that is sure to help you succeed in business. We'll see you in a moment.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
Sanamkela kwakhona usabukele i-Identity inkqubo enithanda kakhulu eyenkolo ezahlukeneyo eyolutsha ejongane nokukunceda ukuba eqale iveki yakho ngentshiseko ngokutya komoya. This week's story takes us to the historical landmark township of Kliptown in Soweto. Our team spent a day with Thulani Madondo, a local hero, to learn more about the work that he's doing with the Kliptown Youth Programme. Let's take a look at his inspiring story.
This is my identity.
Tired of the lack of opportunities available to him and his community, Thulani Madondo and a group of youngsters stood up and created those opportunities for themselves. They started the Kliptown Youth Programme, which was founded on the basis of goodwill and the principles of Ubuntu.
I was born and raised here in Kliptown, and I lived in a one-room shack with my 7 siblings and my mom. Yekelela Kliptown, in one way or the other, was a blessing in disguise, because I think if being Yekelela Kliptown, we be exposed to his indolezi and Konil be exposed to the community layer at Kliptown. As a young boy, I mean, been in Nonhlanhla, I was saved before, so people one day the chance of save abanye abantu ngizoyenza le nto leyo. Kliptown Youth Programme after school organization esiqale ngonyaka 2007 as a response to our social challenges around Kliptown, because Kliptown is one of the communities where asna electricity, agna igolo, agna clinic. So sometimes mawuphume community kanjalo, it's also easy to lose self-esteem. So the reason why I decided ukuthi siqale Kliptown Youth Programme is because besifuna ukunceda abantwana ngama homework abo, but not only looking at ama homeworks, considering ezinye izinto abazithandayo such as performing arts, sports, and access to computer literacy. Today, most of our young people about grade 12, they're thinking about which college or university to go to, and that's because of the work that we have done with the previous students, because in total it's about 30 young people that we have helped to access college and university. Some have gone to learnerships. It is important, but for me, as long as you also get a time to pray by yourself, because the Kliptown Youth Programme, it's a very diverse organization where like abanye abantwana baphuma emakhaya where base-ZCC, abanye ama-Muslim, abanye iziyoni. So sibona kubalekile ukuthi sihloniphe each and everyone's religion.
It has been said that change does not happen overnight and cannot come from one person. The youth of Kliptown have embraced these ideals and are spreading them throughout their community.
KYP kunomehluko omkhulu osebenzayo kulabantwana laba. Sibakhipha esitradeni, sibalethelana, because esikhathini samanje uthola ukuthi abanye babhema lento esezikhona lezi manje abonyawo pay abo in. Kulabantwana laba kuningi ngikufundile ukubekezela into yokuqala ngoba ukusebenza la nabantwana akusinto nje imali nje izolo uma ubani because baningi labantwana esisebenza ngabo la.
I will go stage like you need to be somebody else, like another character, which is you put yourself into the character babuangayon. If babuaga dance spiritual, then you become spiritual lwena. And if babuaga gambu dance, you feel the pain. Those people kana neba shapa boots kayona, like neba feel a pain. So as well, Lina, when I wear my boots, I know I'm gonna work hard and like I'm gonna do my best. My experience dancing like KYP, it is a fun experience actually because it keeps on being an experience every time I dance. My self-esteem even more higher. I can go stage it becomes fun.
Kliptown Youth Programme idlala role enkulu kabi within the community yethu, and one thing that we really appreciate ukuthi siyithola support from not only the parents that babantwana laba sebenza nabo but the community at large, including leadership community from different political organizations or churches.
Umehluko ungcono ukuthi baphume ku right ukuthi baphume baze la iKYP ngoba mabephuma badlalela ngaphandle bangekhola ku KYP thina abazali babo siyahlukumezeka kanti kabe la iKYP ungcono umntwana wakho uyamazi ukuthi uze eKYP uzofunda homework yabo yenzwa la iKYP basize kakhulu kubantwana bethu.
My value is taking learning QIP is that sometimes you gotta do things voluntarily. Like you gotta do talk rata and not like wanna earn something out of it.
In the years to come, KYP by an organization which will bring hope to abantu abasha nje around Kliptown and surrounding communities where mabazalana they'll know ukuthi they're coming to empower themselves.
Abantwana balelele njengesikhathi samanje sengathi banganga relax siningi izinto bengazenza lesikhathi lesi ukuphucula ama community wabo akumelanga uthi uzowenza into kumele ufundele ezinye izinto asifundele. We always complain about the lack of resources and other things before we even start something, and thina nge-organization yethu we have realized ukuthi abantu mostly bafuna ukusupport into ekhona existayo, so people must look around themselves ukuthi yini into ekhona esingaqala ngayo within our own respective communities. It takes patience and ne-belief because nakwesinye isikhathi sinokufuna abantu babelieve kithi while thina we don't believe in ourselves.
This is my identity.
Your circumstances should never stop you from reaching your full potential, and Thulani's story is proof that even the littlest of seeds can be planted and harvested, and sometimes that seed is called hope. Do remember to stay in touch with us because we love hearing from you. So whether you just want to comment on today's show or request specific content you'd like to see, our communication channels are always open. Send an email to identitytvshow@gmail.com. You can also find us on the social networking scene. Search for Identity TV Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's that simple. It's time now to take one more break. We'll be back in a moment with this week's What's Appening segment. Today, we're reviewing an app that will improve your auditing skills and a book that will help you develop your business as well as your finances. See you in a moment.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
Thank you for staying with Mzansi's favorite inspirational youth magazine show, i-Dentity, with me, Viwe Gxwala. If you're only just catching the show, here's what you missed. We revised an interview that Mpumi Mbeta had with author and motivational speaker Nonhlanhla Mnisi. Our insert took us to Kliptown, Soweto, where we met Thulani Madondo and learned more about his Kliptown Youth Programme. But don't despair, because you're just in time for a look at what's happening in this week's media review segment. We kick off today's reviews with an app that will improve the accuracy of your accounting as well as your business. iAuditor is user-friendly and accurate for all you upcoming businessmen and women. Let's check it out. iAuditor provides a number of tools in a streamlined, mobile-friendly interface to manage audits in a number of different fields. Using pre-designed templates and offering a library of new templates you can download and implement on the fly, iAuditor is a powerful tool for almost every type of business that performs regular audits, whether in-house or on the go. With pre-populated audits for hotel inspectors, construction hazard inspectors, and general workplace inspectors, the tool is a very useful collection of options for anyone interested in streamlining the process or managing your auditors to ensure they follow a clearly defined workflow process. The tutorial is thorough in showing you how the tools work, and there is a library of additional templates to draw from if you want to expand the functionality of the app into other industries. With timers for each audit, to section control, custom input screens and more, the iAuditor app is sure to provide a much-needed automation tool for your auditing team. In this show, we aim to inspire you in every way possible, even in business. That's why our next review is also aimed at running a successful enterprise. With that said, we now review a book that will empower you in building controls to manage finances and a compliant business. Every decision you make and action you take in your business is a financial decision that has financial implications. Let's page through. Written by chartered accountant and registered auditor Precious Mvulane, this book aims to help business owners manage and monitor financial performance and compliance. The book lists 7 essential steps to help you manage your business's financial performance, which are then broken into detailed chapters. Using the acronym SMART, the author encourages the development of specific, measurable, achievable, reliable, and time-specific goals. If you're considering entering into a partnership, the advantages and disadvantages listed by the author should help make your decision easier. The book also details the various acts and laws that apply to shareholders. Learn more about the Income Tax Act or ITA, as well as the marginal rates that apply to your taxable turnover. This book will also guide you through the budgeting aspects of business finance based on different needs. Improve your financial decision-making skills and work towards building a compliant business by getting a copy of the Essential Finance Handbook for business owners today. Iphela kanjalo inkqubo yethu ye-identity eyale veki. Khumbula ukuba ungasifumana apha ku-SABC 1 ngecawa. Nceda mbukeli usitsale ku-Twitter, Facebook naku-email. Sinombulelo ngokuba nisixelele ukuba nicinga ntoni na. Sithi kuni yibani neveki enamathamsanqa njengoba samkela inyanga eyomnga. It's goodbye from me, Viwe Gxwala, and the Identity team. We play you out with Moneoa, Yekelela.
I can't believe it's real. I see you lost the feel of how we used to be in love so passionately. This has no guarantee. This has no guarantee. You test my heart to see how far my love will